Every week, we bring you inspiring guests, real stories, and insightful discussions, alongside original tunes guaranteed to keep you rocking to the beat. Whether you are passionate about music, entertainment, culture, or discovering people making a difference around the world, the Keep It Real show delivers a unique listening experience every Sunday. Listen live every Sunday, 11 a.m. 2 p.m. on Skyline Radio. From 11 a.m. on S8 Play, from 12 p.m., watch us live on YouTube. Join the Godfather every Sunday for great interviews, outstanding music, and genuine conversation.
Freedom fight go. No matter how hard I try, always wanna know. I wanna know the reason why. I can't let it go. No, no. No matter how hard I try. I just wanna know. I wanna know the reason why. Good things are happening to the bad folks, while the bad things are happening to the good. Some folks live on the street, yes, and they can't find food to eat. No, no. While others that have so much, hey, they're the ones that are out of touch. The reality is clear. Some things have got to change, yes. Gotta find a balance so we can have a better chance. Until then, I'm saying I can't let this freedom fight go. No matter how hard I try, always wanna know. I wanna know now. I wanna know the reason why. Why I can't let it go. No, no matter how hard I try. I just wanna know. I wanna know the reason why. Why?
Gotta say good afternoon, welcome, of course, here on the big one here. Shout to all those on the saplay.org this afternoon. Hey, it's good afternoon to you right now.
Our freedom lies deep inside. This we have to realize. Dark powers will try to hide, but we got to open up our eyes. Say we've been liberated a very long, long, long time ago. We must have been sitting here waiting for singers and players to come and tell you so. That's why I'm saying, can't let this freedom fight go. No matter how hard I try.
Yes, indeed, of course, Sunday afternoon here right now on the big one. Shout once again to all those on the saplay.org.uk and also here live as well in the music room this afternoon. Here's some popular songs that we've kind of picked up over the last couple of weeks or so. That's also to give them a bit of a airplay, you know.
you worry, I'll see you through. You just have to reach out for me. I'll be there and I'll comfort you. Oh, yes, I will comfort you and love you. Oh, how I'm gonna love you. When good friends prove untrue, and the things they do to you, they make you feel so bad. They make you feel that you
Gonna give a mention to a couple of my team members on the SA Play. Gonna say, of course, good day going out to Blue Boy. Big up yourself every time. Thank you for that request right now. And also as well, not forget as well, straight after me at 2 o'clock, of course, and DJ Babes live in the house from 2 till 4 this afternoon.
reach out for me.
My apologies for lateness this afternoon right now. Technical problems, but we thought we'd just let some music do the talking.
Reach out for
Once again, welcome to the Keep It Real show here on a Sunday between the hours of course, 11 o'clock until 2. And here right now from 12 till 2 with you right now live on the YouTube. Once again, welcome. Gonna play some extracts I'll repeat up this week and some information, some news that you might find very interesting as well.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, last week Sunday, or shall I say last week Thursday, and also as well in the week as well, weekend gone, we had celebrations for, of course, Jamaican independence, and for all the Jamaicans out there who wanted to be a part of something that in reality hasn't really been a real independence as such, because many of us have got different opinions about Jamaican independence, but of course, they say the party still goes on. Okay.
I love
Some big people music for the big people in this afternoon. Gonna say shout out to my other partners as well,
I hope you do believe.
and all the other radio stations around the Midlands and around the world right now. Good afternoon to you right now. It is 17 minutes past 12 here right now.
Giving you my heart because I love you.
And also my close colleague as well, Mr. Fix. Good afternoon to you as well, sir. Shouting out to Reggie Tech. Reggie.
Please keep
Reggie from out, of course, Exodus Sounds, of course, Rigsby, Schoolie, and Macca as well. Big up yourself, you guys, as well. Shouting out to the Jarrow family. Of course, many condolences going out to the Jarrow family on the loss of course, man called Neil Phillips. And for those still waiting for the night to come along, we'll get that to you as soon as we can. So once again, shout out to the whole of Wolverhampton on the loss of a colleague of ours from our backyard at Wolverhampton.
I love you for sentimental reasons.
Of course, they say, and of course, to all of us, it was a shock to us right now. But
I've given you my.
we're standing by his wife and all his other companions around the sound of Gyro, who's been doing very well this year so far.
And you alone were made for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part.
Thank you, good night to you, Mr. Fix. Enough respect. Call you soon as well.
I think of you every
Don't forget, a little later on tonight as well, we have Vinyl Sunday down at Erdington. And Birmingham once again, we've got some of the guys from Telford in the house. I'll give you a mention of those a little later on as well
I'll never love
in the program.
whenever you are inside. I love you.
Thing called Sentimental Reasons
And you alone
here on the YouTube right now this afternoon.
me.
I didn't get time to do any clean up or shave up or whatever you want to say. It is right now, just basically just come as I am right now. I'm saying come as you can, come as you want. I tell you. You know, so we have to close. We can't put them on. You know.
I love you, 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 I love you. Whoa, 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 yeah, I know.
Can I say happy birthday good night to my cousin Angela from Wolverhampton. Big up yourself, cuz. I hope you have a good time right now. Shout also good night to your daughter as well. Loving the photos on the YouTube, looking really good. Oh yes, oh you mean, mommy would be proud of you and your daughter as well. So big up yourself, Angela. Happy, happy, happy.
And you alone were made for me. Please keep your loving, 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 loving love after me. And say we'll never part. And say we'll never part.
We're going to play a documentary in a short while to give me time to sort this one out right now. We're going to play something from the sounds of Jackie Minto, the story of Jackie Minto, who became one of the directors, or shall I say, one of the producers for Sir Coxsone Dodd. I'll let the information do the talking right now, all right? Like I said, once again, big shout out to my partners as well. We're having technical problems on the other side, so we've got to sort of disconnect from there. We're here live on saplay.org.uk and also the YouTube this afternoon. I tell you. We can play one more. We're gonna play one more song off the album here right now. Big People Music this afternoon, keeping it nice, warm, and easy on this Sunday afternoon. The weather outside is pretty good outside. Yeah, it's pretty good outside. Cool and just yes. You ain't gotta duck and dive for no shade or run inside because the sun's too hot.
Thank the Lord for the day that I found you. Girl, I wanna stay around.
Shout out to you, Catherine. Big up yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, you mean?
Feel the need for tenderness and affection. Let it be me. In your search for love filled with passion and devotion, I'm calling out to you with my words, deeds, and thoughts. If you feel the need and indeed the inclination, let it be me. Ooh, hey, how I yearn for your tender love. The fire burns when you give your love, and without your sweet love, what would life be? What would life be? Yeah. With your lips of wine, say you never leave me lonely. Tell me with your heart that you love only me. And with that I ask you now and forever, let it be me.
One more time. Them say one more time. And all right, one more time.
Girl, there's something I gotta let you know, right?
Shout out to my school friend from way back long time. Oh, you mean? The school friend from long time. Shout out to all the guys down at Whitmore Secondary School in Wolverhampton. Back in the days of when did we all leave school from that time? what is it? Yeah? 1976, something like that. We left all together. Shout out to my brethren Casper Johnson. His birthday was gone last week. I hadn't really realized, because you know you get your good morning lit prayers and your readings from all your colleagues on your social media platform. You tend to look at the images quickly and go to the next one, and I actually missed his And when I did find it, because I spoke to him in the week as well, he told me it was his birthday. I said, your birthday? Your birthday? You never tell me say it was your birthday. He said he did. He left a message under the morning prayer. So I had to go back through the whole of his page. And then when I looked, I found it. The only problem is he sends me more than just the one. So I've got to have to look more on his other page as well to find out that information. And it did say, wait there, which part it there? He said, yeah. I said to him, my apologies, brother. I didn't see that one. But belated birthday to you, Casper. And big up yourself. Big 66. Oh, you mean the barrier's been broken? Big up yourself, sir. I hope you had a wonderful weekend as well. And also with your partner as well. Big up her too. And I said for a fact, all your friends will say the same thing to you, Casper. Happy birthday to you, sir. And that was on Monday just gone. It says here, my birthday was today, bro. Well, all right. I missed that one, but big up yourself, sir.
How I yearn for your tender love. The fire burns when you give your love. And without your sweet love, what would life be? What would life be? With your lips of wine, say you never leave me lonely. Tell me with your heart that you love only me. And with that I ask you now and forever, let it be me. Let it be me.
Let it be me. Once again, big shout out to all in tune. Big up yourself once again, all the people in tune. If you don't find me on one platform, you find me on another. On a normal day, you'll find me on all of them right now. But we have technical issues on the main one. So we're on the YouTube and also saplay.org.uk. Well, all right. Big up all the people. That's, Big up all the people who's been in tune since certain time. And we just had to let things roll. You know, when you have technical problems or you have any issues and problems with anything you have at all, sometimes we sit back and say to yourself, why does it sound like that? Or why is it happening to me? How can I put it straight? Can I do this or can I do that? Sometimes, as I said before, it's best to walk away from the problem and let it just fester for itself and give yourself time to kind of just move away. Because the more you spend time trying to sort it out there and then, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And sometimes it doesn't happen the way you want it to happen. But when you go away from it sometimes and you say to yourself, let me have another go. And it all fits into place. Yeah, it all fits into place. Now, Valentina's on later on this afternoon, this evening. For those who were in tune last week, Sunday, on the YouTube. What a piece of entertainment it was last week on YouTube. I couldn't get a chance to get down to the, of course, 163 lad because prior, I was having a little get-together, a couple of friends, started drinking, etc., and it wasn't wise for me to do that neither, so I couldn't get to drink and drive. I ain't going to do that. And you can see the flyer. You can see the flyer above me. All right, I'll just aim my finger up. That flyer there, original stickers are back in the days of 1983, when I created the Jamaican sticker, English sticker, and also the Asian Punjabi, I think it was Punjabi or Indian flag of Don't Drink and Drive, and that was the platform that I used to advertise it on my stall at the Wolverhampton Market, the days when we used to sell novelties, pictures, frames, boxing gloves, and all these hanging things with Jamaican colours and your badges and so forth, and your colourful football as well, and also your cassettes and cassettes galore. Of course, that was my domain. And also CDs and other stuff that women wanted, certain songs that they couldn't get in the street or in the shops. We were the ones that put certain things together with my friend as well. The top selling album at the time was called Let Them Talk, Keep It Real. Let Them Talk, of course, myself and Mr. Fix. All right, so some great times, and I know some of you still playing those CDs right now. So big up yourself. So Valentino has got, of course, another function going on a little later on this evening. Let me just run through it right now with some of you right now. A little later on, we have Ragga Lee from Telford in the house this evening, and also as well Macca T and JT from Berminstrong. All right, so something to look forward to a little later on. Don't forget, admission free before 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, it's £2 to get in. All right, so nothing's happening for those who love vinyls. I like a little bit of an evening time entertainment on your television or on your phone. It's Vinyl Sunday, every Sunday. Today, of course, Ragga Lee from Telford and Macca T and JT from Berminstrong. We're going to hope to speak to Ragga T. I have his number. I'm going to give him a call and have a chat with him about his music collection and the world of reggae that he's into. Also as well, DJ Edge is going to be on next week as well. DJ Edge, who we spoke to quite a few weeks ago, he's going to be also at 163 next week. All right, so we'll keep you informed of what's going on. But we're going to play some for you right now. Of course, it's all about 163 here, lounge here right now. Big up all the vinyl specialists.
Vinyl Sundays, each and every Sunday at 163 Reservoir Road, Erdington, Birmingham, B23 6DN. Every Sunday, Vinyl Sundays brings you some of the UK's finest DJs from across the UK, playing authentic vinyl and bringing you the real music, energy and vibes. Raffle giveaways every week, and it's free entry before 9 p.m, just £2 thereafter. We have a bank holiday special on Sunday the 30th of August. It's a red and white affair, featuring a live artist on the night. Representing Birmingham, Mikey EY Culture. Representing London, Midnight Express. And a best dress competition. So come dressed to impress. Free entry before 9 p.m. and £5 thereafter. Bank holiday Sunday, don't miss it. And on the 6th of September, for the first time at Vinyl Sundays, we are proud to welcome Retro Boss Tyrone Melody from Immortal Sound. And straight out to London, Musclehead from Saxon Sound. Celebrating Louise's Erstrong. And celebrating Trevor Ranks, 4 decades in the music business. Vinyl Sundays, every Sunday. Real vibes, real music. Be there.
I tell you, be there, be nowhere, be square. Vinyl Sunday. We'll do it again. All right, somebody said they missed it. Let's do it again right now.
Vinyl Sundays, each and every Sunday at 163 Reservoir Road, Erdington, Birmingham, B23 6DN. Every Sunday, Vinyl Sundays brings you some of the UK's finest DJs from across the UK, playing authentic vinyl and bringing you the real music, energy and vibes. Raffle giveaways every week, and it's free entry before 9 p.m, just £2 thereafter. We have a bank holiday special on Sunday the 30th of August. It's a red and white affair, featuring a live artist on the night. Representing Birmingham, Mikey EY Culture. Representing London, Midnight Express. And a best dress competition. So come dressed to impress. Free entry before 9 p.m. and £5 thereafter. Bank holiday Sunday, don't miss it. And on the 6th of September, for the first time at Vinyl Sundays, we are proud to welcome Retro Boss Tyrone Melody from Immortal Sound. And straight out to London, Musclehead from Saxon Sound. Celebrating Louise's Erstrong. And celebrating Trevor Ranks, 4 decades in the music business. Vinyl Sundays, every Sunday. Real vibes, real music. Be there.
The Keep It Real Show. Welcome to the Keep It Real Show, hosted by The Godfather, your destination for authentic conversations, exclusive interviews, and quality music from around the globe. Every week, we bring you inspiring guests, real stories, and insightful discussions, alongside original tunes guaranteed to keep you rocking to the beat. Whether you are passionate about music, entertainment, culture, or discovering people making a difference around the world, the Keep It Real Show delivers a unique listening experience every Sunday. Listen live every Sunday, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. on Skyline Radio. From 11 a.m. on S8 Play, from 12 p.m., watch us live on YouTube. Join The Godfather every Sunday for great interviews, outstanding music, and genuine conversations.
Sounds of Rico. We played it from the album. Many of you have got this one. Some of you may have it on the actual LP. We have it here, of course, CD style here, right? At one track or more. We're going to play an next track from, of course, the man himself, Jackie Minto. And, of course, a man that did a lot for Coxsone Studio back in those days. Gonna say shout out to those in London as well. Of course, traveling all the way from London down to, of course, to 163 Erdington. I do believe they believe that that's the place to be on a Sunday. And don't forget soon as well, I think it's going to be the 6th of September at that time. I think that's it. We'll let you know more. Of course, Taro Melody in the house alongside, of course, Motorhead from Saxon will be there as well. Can I say shout to my streaming partners as well? Shout to those on scanonradio.org.uk. I'm not there this afternoon due to technical issues on my side, but on the other side, we're still here doing it as we do it over time. Can I say shout out to as well on the other side, but this side as well. Of course, man called Shaka T. Good afternoon to you, sir. I know you're in tune. Big up yourself. It has been an exciting week for many people this weekend. A lot of people have been out and about doing a number of different things. I can count on one hand how many things was on last night. Of course, shout out to Black Box. Happy Headstrong to you, sir. I know you had a good time last night at your place last night. Big up yourself. Happy birthday. And also as well, shout out to those at the Heritage Center last night. Of course, the man himself, DJ Sensi, entertaining the mass. And also as well, the headquarters with Bullet Movement and also Quaker City, Wayne Irie, Daddy C, and King, what's his name again? Yeah, the big man himself, doing a stage show as well. Big up yourself as well, brother. And also as well in Birmingham, West Bromwich, outside in the tent last night, Tipper Tone alongside Fire Sound, another sound as well there last night. I hope all you guys had a good time. And also as well, Ja Will in Birmingham, Birmingham Strong. A number of things was on yesterday. And today's another day, it's Sunday right now. And the only place to be right now is 16 Lounge in Birmingham. Big up those in Erdington. Maximum respect. Yeah, man, I tell you. Gonna say shout out to all the YouTube followers. Big up yourself. And those in tune. Big up, big up, big up. I love this track. I love this sound. Gonna say shout to Marlon. Now Mr. Cummins. Mr. Cummins, and good afternoon to you, sir. I haven't seen or heard from you for quite a long time. I hope you're good. I hope you're fine. Again, big up yourself. Now, there's a lot of things happening around. A man called Jason Harday yesterday and today, and even today in today's news on social media platform, nothing's happening. A lot of speculation and all sort of stuff going on right now. Not going to get myself involved in that right now. Not here right now, but there's a lot of things happening around the brother. 41 years old. in university. Is it Oxford or which one of it was it? But yo, it's not very often you hear of a man of a color in that platform, on that form. I tell you, I tell you. Talking about social media, we see a lot of the stories and so forth. Yeah, we see it. We see a lot of stories and so forth on many platforms. And I saw a picture of an image of somebody and a janitor. A janitor is somebody who does cleaning and all sorts in a school, and started work from 9 till 5. And apparently this person spent some time in one of the classrooms writing down some figures and some numbers and etc. And at the end of it, before he finished work, he will rub it all down as if nothing was never done. Apparently he was caught on camera because investigation took place where something happened. If you haven't seen that one on social media, I'm going to play it for you one day. It reminded me of what happened to Jason. Similar, but in the classroom. And the teacher said to the janitor, if you can complete this mission or whatever she wanted him to do, she would marry him. Some of you may have seen it, some of you would have missed it, some of you wasn't too quite sure what it was about. It's a good storyline, I tell you. It's got a good start and a very good ending. And another birthday request going out to Cynthia and Paul. Shout out to your daughter's birthday yesterday in Manchester. Yeah, man, I know you had a good time, a good vibes. The weather was good for that as well. Big up your daughter. Happy belated birthday to her and the whole of the family as well. That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, for those in tune, sitting back, relaxing, of course, it's not too hot, it's not too windy, it's just cool right now. So we're going to play something from the music of the sounds of Jackie Minto, the director of music for Cox and Dodd. Sad story. But you know, many DJs and presenters, and I won't say too much presenters, let me get that right, not presenters, but people in the category of music have had a bad deal. Real bad deal. I could say the same for presenters too, but not everybody's in the same water and not everybody's in the same boat. But we're going to play this one for you right now. Jackie Minto, the story of the man that started his music career as a youngster, ended up with one of the top producers in Jamaica, Cox and Dodd. Take a listen to this here, courtesy of the Keep It Real show, here on saplay.org.uk. Once again, good afternoon to you all.
When the Godfather is behind the microphone, you know you're getting authenticity, professionalism, and entertainment all in one place. So tell your family, tell your friends, share the link, turn up the volume. This is the Keep It Real show.
He was already recording sessions at Brentford. The singers know their parts, and smells like... The song is already playing when the boy walks into the studio. It is 1963, and Brentford Road in Kingston smells like warm vinyl and ambition. The building sits squat and unassuming on the edge of the neighborhood, a converted property that Clement Coxsone Dodd has transformed into the most important recording operation on the island. The engineers know their machines, the singers know their parts, and the musicians who fill the rhythm section on any given afternoon know that Coxsone does not tolerate waste, not of tape, not of time, not of money, that nobody in this building is seeing much of anyway. Then a 15-year-old boy named Donat Roy Mitu sits down at the keyboard and plays something that stops the room. He is slight, soft-spoken, partial Indo-Jamaican ancestry visible in his face, and he carries himself with the particular calm of someone who has already heard everything in his head before his fingers touch the keys. His grandmother started him on piano when he was 3 years old in Brownstown, St. Anne Parish, the same parish that would eventually produce Bob Marley, though nobody is thinking about that yet. By age 10, young Donat was performing publicly. By 14, he was already recording sessions at Brentford Road, paying attention to things the older musicians were only half noticing. By 15, Coxsone Dodd has made him the musical director of Studio One. Read that again slowly. 15 years old, musical director of the most important record label in Jamaica. That fact alone should tell you everything about what Jackie Mitu was. But it only tells you the beginning. The Jamaica that produced Jackie Mitu in 1948 was a country still under British colonial rule, still 2 decades from independence, and already building something in its music that had no precedent anywhere in the world. The Kingston sessions of the late 1950s were gatherings of musicians who had come up through church music, through American R&B, carried in on radio waves from Miami and New Orleans, through mento and calypso rhythms that had been part of the island's folk tradition for generations. These musicians were taking all of those streams and pressing them into something new. They called it ska, that sharp, syncopated offbeat guitar upstroke, those horn-driven melodic lines, that rhythmic pulse that borrowed the energy of New Orleans' second line and then drove it somewhere only Jamaica could reach. Jackie Mitu arrived at the center of this moment. When Coxsone Dodd began assembling the musicians who would formally become the Skatalites, Jamaica's first great band, the group that would define and export ska to the world, Mitu was invited in despite being several years younger than every other member. His organ and piano work gave the Skatalites a harmonic depth and sophistication the band would not otherwise have had. His classical training from those early years with his grandmother sat naturally alongside the jazz phrasing of the horn players. He could hear what they were doing and respond to it in real time, stretching the chords, filling the spaces, making the groove breathe. But the Skatalites were never going to be the whole of his story. In 1965, the band fractured. Trombonist Don Drummond, the most gifted horn player in the group, the man some called the greatest jazz musician Jamaica ever produced, killed his girlfriend, the dancer Anita Margarita Mahfood, in what one account called a moment of madness, and was committed to Bellevue Mental Hospital. The Skatalites collapsed within the year, and Jackie Mitu, still only 17 years old, did not walk away from Studio One. He walked deeper in. He formed the Soul Brothers with Roland Alfonso, Johnny Moore, and Lloyd Brevet, all former Skatalites, and that group became the in-house backing band for every rocksteady session Coxsone Dodd was about to run. This is the moment when Jackie Mitu's architectural role in Jamaican music becomes almost impossible to fully account for, because the transition from ska to rocksteady, one of the most significant shifts in Caribbean popular music history, was not an accident of fashion or audience preference alone. It was engineered, and the primary engineer was the teenager who had just lost his band and responded by building a new one and then going back to work. Rocksteady slowed the tempo down. It dropped the horns out front. It brought the bass forward into a heavier, more deliberate role, and created space in the arrangement that singers could inhabit more emotionally, more personally. The gospel weight that had always been underneath Jamaican music now had room to surface. The ska of the Skatalites had been celebratory, communal, euphoric. It was independence-era music, the sound of a people who had just become a nation and felt it. Rocksteady was something more interior, more searching. It was the music of what happens after the celebration, when the problems of the yard and the community and the garrison are still exactly where they were. Jackie Mittoo built the rhythms that carried all of that feeling. Stand for a moment inside a Studio One session in 1966. The control room is basic, the equipment is capable, but not extravagant. Coxsone Dodd runs a tight operation, tight in the sense that the studio runs efficiently, and tight in the other sense, the financial sense, the sense that everybody in the building is working for a fraction of what they are worth. Jackie Mittoo understands this arrangement already. He has, word has it, a deal with Coxsone that pays him on delivery, 5 new rhythms per week, and payment comes when they are done. Not residuals, not a percentage, delivery pay. The most talented teenage musical director in the Caribbean is essentially working on a production line. He sits at the keyboard and plays Ram Jam. The track launches his solo career in 1966 and becomes one of Studio One's most versioned rhythms in history. The Heptones take it directly and build Fatty Fatty on its foundation. Artists will version that rhythm for decades. The arrangement is intuitive and almost deceptively simple until you try to replicate it, and then you understand that simplicity of that quality is the hardest thing in music to achieve. He records Darker Shade of Black in the same period. The bass-heavy left hand on that track is as composed and authoritative as anything coming out of Blue Note in New York at the same time. Except this is Kingston, and the rhythm section underneath him is pure rocksteady, and the emotional register is something that has no American equivalent, because it comes from a specific island, a specific community, a specific set of pressures that American jazz has never been asked to carry. He writes, "Feel Like Jumping," and hands it to Marcia Griffiths. It becomes her first hit. He writes, "I'm Still in Love with You," and gives it to Alton Ellis. He writes, "Baby Why." He writes Drum Song, which becomes one of the most celebrated instrumentals in Jamaican music history, the interplay between his organ and the percussion, hypnotic enough to work at any hour of the day, in any context, for any audience. He writes Peeny Wally, and the Wailers come to Studio One in 1970 and transform it into Duppy Conqueror, the song that will become one of the foundational tracks of Bob Marley's international catalogue. Think about that, the melodic and rhythmic DNA of Duppy Conqueror, one of the most recognizable songs in the history of reggae music worldwide, traces directly to Jackie Mittoo's keyboard. He built the original, he handed it to the world, and the world went on to celebrate the men who received it. Somewhere beneath all of that gifting and building and creating, there is a question that the Studio One years never quite answer. Was Jackie Mittoo being developed, or was he being consumed? He is the arranger, the composer, the director, the session player, the producer. He is coaching singers, writing their parts, fixing their melodies, organizing the rhythm section, and then recording his own solo material in whatever time remains. He is doing all of this as a teenager, and then as a young man in his early 20s, inside a label structure where Coxsone Dodd holds the publishing rights, controls the distribution, and determines what gets released and when. The financial architecture of Studio One in the 1960s was never designed to enrich the musicians who built it. It was designed to enrich the man at the top. That's not unique to Jamaica. It is the story of every independent label in the early decades of recorded popular music, from Chicago blues to Memphis soul to Kingston rocksteady. But the particular version of it that Jackie Mittoo lived was sharper than most, because the contribution he was making was not merely a voice or a presence on a record. He was building the infrastructure. He was creating the rhythmic foundations that the entire label's output would rest on. He was not a session musician in the ordinary sense. He was the creative engine of the most important Jamaican record label of the century. And he was doing it on a delivery contract that paid him per rhythm and kept him from owning the thing he built. By the late 1960s, the Soul Brothers had evolved into the Soul Vendors, and then into a unit called Sound Dimension. Jackie Mittoo was at the center of all of it. The same hands, the same ear, the same intelligence moving from configuration to configuration, while the music around him shifted. The transition from rocksteady to reggae was underway. The tempo dropped further. The bass went deeper. The spiritual dimension of the music, Rastafari consciousness, social commentary, biblical prophecy in the lyrics, became more pronounced and more central. Mitsou adapted to all of it, the same way he had adapted to everything else, by listening harder than anyone else in the room, and then playing exactly what the moment required. He also played with Lloyd Matador daily in 1968 and 1969, extending his session work beyond the Studio One walls, in a period when the Kingston music scene was expanding and fragmenting in multiple directions at once. New studios were opening, new producers were setting up operations. The monopoly that Coxsone had held over the best musicians in Jamaica was loosening, and the musicians who had built his kingdom were beginning to understand that the world outside Brentford Road might hold different possibilities. For Jackie Mitsou, the world outside came in the form of Toronto. He emigrated to Canada in the late 1960s. Some accounts say 1969. Others place it slightly later, in the early 1970s. But what is certain is that by the early part of that decade, Kingston's most essential keyboard player was living in Ontario and building something entirely new. He set up a record store on Bathurst Street called the Record Nook, selling Jamaican imports to the community of Caribbean migrants who were arriving in Toronto in significant numbers throughout the 1960s and 1970s. He founded a label called Stein Jack. He performed in local clubs and lounges, introducing audiences who had never heard this music before to a sound that had, by that point, already transformed an entire island's cultural identity. In Toronto, Jackie Mitsou became the godfather of Canadian reggae. That is not a casual title. He mentored a network of musicians and artists: Earth, Roots and Water, Carl Harvey, Lord Tanamo, Boyo Hammond, Carl Otway, the Satellites, who would not have developed the way they did without his presence and his generosity with his knowledge. He also took a day job working for the Canadian Talent Library, an organization focused on building a national catalogue of Canadian recorded music, where Mitsou worked to ensure that Caribbean Canadian artists were represented in a system that would otherwise have overlooked them entirely. But he never stopped returning to Jamaica. Throughout the 1970s, he recorded primarily for producer Bunny Striker Lee, and those sessions produced some of the most fully realized music of his career: Champions of the Arena, Hot Blood, Earthquake. Roots-era recordings that show the organ tone grown deeper and more sustained, the arrangements leaner and more serious, but the melodic invention as precise and effortless as it had been on Brentford Road in 1966. The man had not lost a single register of his gift. He had simply moved it somewhere quieter, somewhere the noise of the Kingston music industry could not fully follow. And then, in 1977, he walked back into Studio One, the session that produces what many consider Jackie Mitsou's most globally significant composition. Begins, as the best sessions often do, with a conversation. Willie Williams, the deep-voiced roots singer from Kingston, is working on a track that needs both a rhythm and a co-writer. He brings the concept to Mitsou, a song about Armageddon, about the biblical reckoning, about the weight of what is coming for a world that has not changed. Jackie Mitsou hears the idea and reaches back into the Studio One catalogue for the real rock rhythm, one of the foundational rhythms of the Coxsone era, and builds the new song over it. Armageddon Time is recorded and released as a single in 1979. It reaches the reggae audience it was built for. And then, in the same year, a British punk band called The Clash records it as the B-side to London Calling. London Calling goes on to become one of the most celebrated albums in the history of rock and roll. It appears on critical best-of lists for decades. The song on its B-side, the one credited to Jackie Mitsou and Willie Williams, introduces their names to an audience of millions who would never otherwise have encountered Jamaican music. It is one of the most unexpected instances of cross-genre impact in popular music history. A roots reggae record built in Kingston, over a Studio One rhythm, carried to the world on the back of a punk rock A-side. Jackie Mitsou's fingerprints are on the record that defines the late 1970s for an entire generation of British music listeners. He does not collect the royalties that a moment of that size should generate. Word spread, quietly, in the years that followed, that the financial return to Mitsou from the Clash's version was not proportionate to the impact, how the publishing was arranged, who held what rights, whether the deal was clean or complicated. Nobody outside the lawyers' offices was ever going to know the full story. What is known is that Jackie Mitsou, who had spent his entire career building rhythmic foundations that other people lived in, had done it again. He had written the song, he had built the rhythm, and the world's attention had gone somewhere else. In the 1980s, Jackie Mittoo worked frequently with Sugar Minott, whose Career Records operation in Kingston was producing some of the era's most commercially successful dancehall and roots crossover recordings. The early dancehall movement that was reshaping Jamaican music in the 1980s, faster, rawer, more DJ vocal-driven than the roots era, was underneath all of its surface changes, still running on the rhythms that Jackie Mittoo had laid down at Studio One 15 years before. Producers were pulling his rhythms out of the catalogue and versioning them with new artists. The architecture he had built was functioning as infrastructure for an entirely different generation of music. He travelled to Ghana with Musical Youth in 1985 and recorded a set of tracks that would be released as Jackie Mittoo in Africa. A document of a Jamaican-Canadian musician in the middle of his 40s, discovering that his music carried all the way to West Africa and landed there with a recognition that felt almost like homecoming. He also contributed additional keyboards to 3 tracks on UB40's Labour of Love in 1983, the British band's landmark album of reggae covers that reached #1 in the United Kingdom and introduced a new audience to classic Jamaican music. Dennis Seaton of Musical Youth recalled that it was Jackie who helped with the musical arrangements for Pass the Dutchie, the track that became Musical Youth's biggest global hit, and that none of them initially realized Jackie Mittoo was one of the original writers of the rhythm that underpinned it. The rhythm that underpinned Pass the Dutchie is Full Up, a Studio One rhythm, built at Brentford Road, traced back through the catalogue to Jackie Mittoo's hands. A #1 hit in Britain in 1982, a global pop phenomenon, and somewhere in the credits, barely visible, Jackie Mittoo's name is there, one of the original writers of the rhythm that made it possible. He was always there, just never quite at the front. In 1989, he rejoined the Scatolites briefly, the band he had helped found as a 15-year-old, the same group that had launched the ska era and changed the trajectory of Jamaican music. The reunion was, by most accounts, an emotional one, but his health was already beginning to deteriorate. He completed the Wild Jockey sessions for Lloyd Barnes's Wackies label in 1989 and 1990, recording with the same focus and craft he had always brought to the studio. The sessions are assured, the organ work is masterful, there is no audible sign that anything is wrong. He entered the hospital on December 12, 1990. He died on December 16, 1990, from cancer. He was 42 years old. The funeral for Donat Roy Mittoo was held at the National Arena in Kingston, Jamaica on January 2, 1991. That is not a small venue. That is one of the largest public spaces in the country. The turnout was enormous. Clement Coxon Dodd was there. Ken Booth was there. Delroy Wilson was there. Carleen Davis, Tinga Stewart, and many others who had built their careers over rhythms Jackie Mittoo had created. A memorial concert followed, with performances by musicians from across the full span of Jamaican music history. Coxon A. Dodd said, "He was an ambassador of our music worldwide. There can be no doubt. Read the legacy this young man has left behind.
The Keep It Real
May
Show.
his name be
Welcome
remembered."
to the Keep It Real Show, hosted by The Godfather, your destination for authentic conversations, exclusive interviews, and quality music from around the globe. Every week, we bring you inspiring guests, real stories, and insightful discussions, alongside original tunes guaranteed to keep you rocking to the beat. Whether you are passionate about music, entertainment, culture, or discovering people making a difference around the world, the Keep It Real Show delivers a unique listening experience every Sunday. Listen live every Sunday, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. on Skyline Radio. From 11 a.m. on S8 Play, from 12 p.m., watch us live on YouTube. Join The Godfather every Sunday for great interviews, outstanding music, and genuine conversations.
For Donat Roy Mittoo was held at the National Arena in Kingston, Jamaica on January 2nd, 1991. That is not a small venue. That is one of the largest public spaces in the country. The turnout was enormous. Clement Coxon Dodd was there. Ken Booth was there. Delroy Wilson was there. Carleen Davis, Tinga Stewart, and many others who had built their careers over rhythms Jackie Mittoo had created. A memorial concert followed, with performances by musicians from across the full span of Jamaican music history. Coxon A. Dodd said, "He was an ambassador of our music worldwide. There can be no doubt. Read the legacy this young man has left behind. May his name be remembered and his music live on. Bob Andy put it differently. Bob Andy, one of Studio One's greatest vocalists, someone who had watched from inside the building as Jackie Mittio built the machine. Jackie Mittio was the single most important factor in the power and glory that was Studio One's glory era. Not one important factor, the single most important factor. And yet, in 2006, 16 years after his death, Lily Allen released a song called Smile. It became an international hit. It was built around an interpolation of Free Soul, a 1966 Soul Brothers track. Jackie Mittoo's composition, taken from the Studio One era, living inside a British pop hit at the top of the charts. His name appears in the credits. Whether the financial arrangement reflected the cultural debt is a different question. And it is the same question that has followed his legacy from the beginning. In 2024, 34 years after his death, the jury at the Polaris Music Prize awarded the Slight Family Polaris Heritage Prize to Macca Fat, his 1970 Studio One album. The Heritage Prize is given to Canadian albums of historical and artistic significance. Macca Fat, recorded in Kingston by a Jamaican artist who had made Canada his home and spent his Toronto years building reggae culture in a country that mostly didn't know it needed it, received formal recognition a third of a century after the man who made it was gone. That is the arc of Jackie Mittoo's legacy. Not immediate triumph, not commercial dominance, not the kind of recognition that arrives while you are alive to receive it. Instead, a slow, accumulating understanding, passed from musician to musician, and then eventually to a broader audience that is only now beginning to fully account for what he built. Every significant Jamaican recording between 1964 and 1970 carries some trace of his arranging intelligence. Every producer who pulled a Studio One rhythm out of the catalogue and versioned it for the dancehall era was building on his architecture. Every artist who sang over real rock or ram jam or darker shade of black or any one of the hundreds of rhythms he delivered on that 5-per-week production schedule was inheriting something that Jackie Mittoo put into the world for a flat fee and no residuals, on a delivery contract from a man who understood exactly what he was getting. The question that stays quiet throughout all of this, the one that never fully surfaces and never fully disappears, is the question of the rhythms themselves. Specifically, who owned them? The compositions, the arrangements, the rhythmic foundations that an industry was built on, the rhythms that ran through Past the Duchy, that lived inside Smile, that anchored Duppy Conqueror, that carried Armageddon Time, to a generation of British listeners who had never heard Jamaica's name said with that kind of weight. The riddle of Jackie Mittoo's legacy is that he built the house and left without the deed. His grandmother heard it when he was 3 years old. Something exceptional, something worth teaching carefully. She put him at a piano in Brownstown and started him on the path. He spent his whole life walking it through the ska era, through the rock-steady transition, through the roots period, across the Atlantic to Toronto, back to Kingston for the sessions, into the 1980s dancehall world that was running on his rhythms without always knowing his name, all the way to the Wackies sessions in 1989 when he was already sick and still playing with the same unbroken precision. The music did not stop being exceptional. The recognition simply never caught up. And what Bob Andy understood, what Coxsone Dodd understood on the day of the funeral, what the musicians who filled the National Arena understood, what the Polaris jury finally confirmed 34 years later, is that the name that belongs beside Bob Marley, beside King Tubby, beside Lee Scratch Perry, as one of the true architects of Jamaican music, is the name of a soft-spoken man from Brownstown, St. Ann Parish, who sat down at a keyboard in 1963 as a 15-year-old boy and built something that the world is still living in. His name was Jackie Mittoo, and the rhythms outlived him. They always do. That was the story of Jackie Mittoo. If this episode moved you, if it taught you something, if it kept you up, share it. Follow us if you haven't already, and stay close because on the next episode of Reggae Dancehall Pioneers, we are going somewhere you are not ready for.
The Keep It Real Show. Welcome to the Keep It Real Show, hosted by The Godfather, your destination for authentic conversations, exclusive interviews, and quality music from around the globe. Every week, we bring you inspiring guests, real stories, and insightful discussions, alongside original tunes guaranteed to keep you rocking to the beat. Whether you are passionate about music, entertainment, culture, or discovering people making a difference around the world, the Keep It Real show delivers a unique listening experience every Sunday. Listen live every Sunday, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. on Skyline Radio. From 11 a.m. on S8 Play, from 12 p.m., watch us live on YouTube. Join The Godfather every Sunday
Featuring
for
Jackie
great
Mitchell.
interviews, outstanding music, and jazz.
There you have it, the sounds of the story of Jackie Minto, alongside his skills, his emotions, his deliverance, his control of music for Cox and Dodd. What a story, what a story. You know, this man's done some great songs. I never realized that some songs that he's done over the years, back in his days, were all done by him. And if it wasn't for Jackie, would there have been a Cox and Dodd? Once again, if you're on social media, my people, of course, again, it's not gonna, it isn't gonna go away right now. It ain't gonna go away right now. It's all about, of course, Jason Diday, who passed away a few days ago, and there's so much information and details on social media, so much clips, many people in various places are saying a lot of things as well, even down to our own government in this country has said something as well yesterday. I'm sure there's going to be a massive investigation on this man who was only 41 and working in a university that we never knew. I never knew about this brother here right now. Many of you would have said the same thing as well. You didn't know about this brother until such time. Why? Once again, shout out to me engineers, big up on yourself right now. Manners and respect every time. Making everything possible on the Keep It Real Sunday show here live on the YouTube and also as well on your platforms. Well, this show is no different from a fire drill. You know, when you go to church or you go to a wedding or you go to any establishment, they will tell you that if you need to use the fire escapes, these are the fire points to go to, all right? So you know where you gotta go to when these things will happen. I put it in a different way for my show right now. As you know, I'm on 3 different platforms right now at the same time, 11 till 2. And if one doesn't seem to be operating in a proper fashion or we're having technical problems, there are other exits you can go to find me on other platforms as well. All right, so I don't think I can put it any clearer than that. So those are on the platform here right now with me this afternoon. Thank you for doing that right now. Hope you're going to have yourself a good Sunday afternoon. We're going to play one for the big people because the big people, they set a lot of foundation for us and made things possible because back in their days, you never had anybody of color in a very high position in this country. We, as those who were born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, had to work hard to get what they want and to achieve what they want to reach their goal. Gonna play this one here right now from a lady that I'll tell you something. We heard her many times before. We're gonna play it for you right now. Take a good listen to this right now. Yeah, man. Tinker, Turn Back the Hands of Time. Who are we talking about? Judy Bolcher.
If I could turn back the time, I'd do it for you. But time slips away from me, baby, and so do you.
don't know if anybody's going anywhere today. I don't know if you're up and about or you're doing that right now. Of course, in Bradford this afternoon, live in Bradford, festival, crazy vibes right now. I don't know if it's a carnival, it says festival here right now. Of course, Bradford, of course, Love Injection in the place right now as we speak. You know, just watching the youths, them dancing away and having fun, it just reminded me of when we used to travel to Bristol Carnival. One of the best carnivals I've been to was Bristol Carnival, and those days when things were not as tough as they were right now. People used to travel, not really much of a issue or a problem. I can remember being down with Skipper and Lippy. It was Skipper that was there with the sound, and also Larry and Neil. Hulk and Freddie and all the rest, Roy as well. Majority of the Phillips family were together when they traveled out of town to go to different festivals and carnivals. And my son, myself as well, selling our cassettes. Let me tell you something about our cassettes at the time. There were many people out there selling cassettes at the same time as we were in the facility of Bristol Carnival. I wish I could tell you what year it was. I wish I could tell you what year it was, but it was a time when, cassettes was running things right now. And, of course, the Keep It Real, we never called it that way. We never called it that time. We called it Dancehall Master UK, which I picked up a number of awards for. You can see some of them at the back of me right now. And some of the cassettes that we had, we still got I want to find the template of all the cassettes I put together and show you them. I didn't throw them away. I just kept them because you never know what history talks for itself in terms of course, evidence. It's good to have evidence as well, rather than just talk about it. And let me say one thing. We did a wonderful job in Bristol. We almost sold out of what we had when they knew the price that we were given, and also the quality, and also the layout of the cassettes. We were just, they just went mad for us right now. I tell you, we had a great time, me and my son. And I tell you, it was a great time as well with Larry and Neil, who traveled different parts of the country for carnivals and festivals. Well known amongst many people from different towns as well, as they send their condolences going out to the Phillips family as much as Neil, because they knew Neil as well. And, of course, they're looking forward to share the night of happiness and joy and love with the rest of the Wolverhampton family. All right, so many of you know Neil, and those who don't know will probably look for pictures and so forth and say, oh, right, that's him. I didn't have time to put the picture up. There's a number of things I didn't get time to do things today, but I'm sure that many of you will basically get other information and details from other colleagues and friends as time goes on, all right? So don't forget tonight, 163 Lounge tonight, of course, Ragged Lee from Telford in the house later on, alongside McAtee and, of course, JT, two colleagues from Birmingham. All right, so I'm going to put some information on my social media platform so you can actually see what's happening. And here we go. That's there. All right, so it's tonight. I just put down tonight. You know that word tonight is a very popular word. Tonight. So we said the same thing. Tonight. And here we go. We're gonna send it to the massive right now. So tonight. All right, 163 Lounge tonight. Well, all right. So I'm gonna play another song from Judy Beauchamp. Another one. We'll just pick one out of the blue right now. This afternoon, it is 1:20 here right now on the 16th of August 2026. We played this one. Have I just done that one? Have I just played that one? I just played that one. You know, I did. Let me just find another one. All right. Let's find another one. Okay. For the moms and dads who've been sitting at home, you know, relaxing, and I know they're going through issues and problems and medication, and health is not that well, but sometimes some songs bring back many memories of stories and excitement for many of those who have been through some good times and some bad times. But here's a song for them right now.
God bless you. I wanna stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be me.
Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone.
Gonna say shout out to my good friends down in Barbados. This afternoon in tune, big up all the Barbadians. Enough respect to you right now in tune. And to the Godfather Keep It Real Sunday show here live on YouTube.
Each time we meet, oh my darling, I find complete love.
And without your sweet love,
What would life be?
so never leave me lonely.
Never, never leave me lonely.
Just tell me you love me
I'll
only.
tell you, baby, and that you always let it be me.
Each time we made love, I find complete love.
Oh, baby, without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely.
Tell me you love me only,
And
that you'd
always let it be me. And that you always let it be me.
Let it be me. Judy Bocha. That's one there for the big, for the elders. Big people style. And this afternoon here right now. Let it be me.
Let it be.
We talk about captured land in Jamaica. And if you're squatting on certain properties that's not yours, you know the government has the right, or they're making it officially their right to remove you from that property and take it for themselves. And a few things have come to light that has sort of shook many people in Jamaica. Some of you are in different parts of the world who have property and land in Jamaica. I would say to you, try and sort something out before they capture that as well. Because you're saying that if you're not there for a good while, you have not paid any taxes to your property in Jamaica over a period of time, or you're not even going down there to check on it to make sure it's okay, they are considered as void. Things are happening out there in Jamaica. Many things have gone across where people are still saying that since the Melissa hurricane, things are still haven't improved, even though we seem to think it has gone, donations and all sorts have gone to Jamaica. But has it really got to where it's supposed to have reached? And that's another question that people are asking that question. We're in the dark, just like how we talk about Jamaican independence. How much are we still in the dark? We don't still seem to see the light of achievement. Barbados has done pretty good. They holding their platform in a way that you gotta admire them. But come on, Jamaica, we sing so much great songs. We talk about the amount of churches per square meet, whatever you want to call it, in the 14 parishes of Jamaica. And come on, I ain't gonna say no more but that. But take a listen to this here right now. Some people say Jamaica sell out. Let's see what's happening here on the other side of this one, conversation-wise, here right now.
Hotel Andrew.
Okay, we're having problems. Okay.
So Jamaica morning. Me not even brush my teeth yet. Me not even bathe. So me jump up, take up a phone, and me see this. Right now as we speak, the hotel merged with the government of Jamaica down at Trelawney, Coopers Hill, I think that's the name of the community, Coopers Hill, down at Trelawney. I buck down every single body house along the strip because the hotel bought the property and want the property. Miss one girl say, yeah man, but them ain't get letter for move and them never move. But the frig so much Jamaicans to get up and move go. See people them mattress there. The people them stuff. And that's the bulldozer. See there's something with my cat CAT. That's one of the bulldozer in the back. I buck down the place. And the whole of Jamaicans them stand up there because them say mount a police ready there. You see every police are there on the scene. You see uno dog shit. We go up on the scene but uno protect a hotel interest and government teachers and watch. Uno did this and watch. Uno brother. As a matter of fact, uno now watch. Uno go there with the gun them. Turn up a ensure. Say the dirty thinking hotel and the government follow through with licking down the people in house and the people that have nowhere to go. Trelawney is one of the affected parishes since Melissa. You know much stressed up on the people them. Nobody not have no money to relocate nowhere because the dirty thinking hotel Andrew Wallace and the dirty thinking rich friend them want Jamaican people if you go live a rotted old bush. Everybody at Coopers Hill, down at Trelawney right now. On a block road, light fire. On a stand up for the freaking rights. How much time you want me if you stand up for no? How much time you want me if you come up and stand up for no? A time for the stand up for yourself. Andrew Wallace and Juliet and the whole of them gone them blood cleat tonight. Go sleep in a big bed. On a fight, freaking fight. Me turn up and watch it, two little baby. No, where fi do? Two little baby that look like about 3-year-old and 4-year-old. Don't know where fi go. Them don't know where fi do. I saw them I walk through the rubble. I'm here, so right now, them go around and another community. Boy, me tell us, Jesus Christ, only God want know. Only God want, me can't understand. Me can't understand. Them buck down the people, them house down Albion, wanna go around, wanna go up a Senton, now wanna go down a Trelawney, and the rest of the country, the rest of the people in the country sit down. The government tell you, say, yo, every squatter have to lift up, and they're serious. And you need to ask yourself, so how many persons in Jamaica are squatting? More than 700,000. More than 700,000. There's 2.7 million, 2.9 or 2.7 million people in the country according to them. Yeah? A 2.7 to 2.9 million. And over 700,000 Jamaicans are considered squatters. The government then just get up with them rich friends and a buck down people in place. We need the human rights group. We need some human rights people. Some America. Who don't have interest in Jamaica? Who don't have interest in Jamaica? Is it just for the gold and the oil and the land? That is the only interest we don't have? Why is it when I say Donald Trump I send some people say, no. You cannot be doing this to the citizens without providing homes for them. If you are going to relocate, you can't just mash down one entire friggin' community. These people now have nowhere to go. The suicide rate gone up in the country. And the big dirty thinking, drunk Andrew, oldness, body washer them. We come out to the different thinking prime minister. If walla uno, I go see which God uno serve. Remember me telling you that. Yo, Jamaicans, uno get up, uno fight. Then God sir, them never, as a matter of fact, you know how much labor rights that Cooper spend. You know how much labor rights that Trelawney. You know how much labor rights that Trelawney. You know how much labor, rights us that just get mashed down there, sir. Eh? I don't still come out at different 1 p.m. So look at yo, I told not even know. The only reason why me not did that, so feel light the first friggin' fire this morning. I don't know I'm in a laugh. I don't know I'm in a play. The only reason me not did this because me da Bahamas. I become me da Bahamas right now. I show uno no know.
Godfather and they keeping it real short because the status conversation Bonnie General I tell them everything nice. Listen, big music I play.
Remember where the round face man said, time I go jail, yeah. Said he go the I go run red. And even man I lose them head.
Sunday, 11 till 2 p.m. More powers, more love, reviews, reggae, news, gospel, interviews, everything there. You know, see it? Boom, Skyline Radio, The Godfather, myself, Vital. Yeah. Oh my God.
Remember where the round face man said, time I go jail, yeah. Said he go the I go run red.
What's really happening in Jamaica, my people? You just heard the report there from a brother from out of Jamaica who's not very happy about what's going on between the politicians and all those living on property they say are squatters. You would have seen, if you saw that beforehand, you would have seen them diggers, cat diggers, lifting up, digging up coffins, funeral heads, heads of information about a person who's passed away, headstones, let's get the word right, headstones. Some of you have seen the clip already, but some of you may not. Let's see if I can put it on my social media. Doesn't look good right now. Sounds of Mighty Diamonds.
Remember when Gabby said, and this time I go train up there, and said he go the Agorelia.
Gonna say shout out to all those on, of course, saplay.org this afternoon. Salute, manners, and respect to you right now. I'm sure we'll be back on our regular platform next week. Gonna say shout good out to my man who will be, of course, in my hot seat soon. Shout out to Banton B, big up yourself. Or shout out to Wifey too.
Remember where the round face man says, time ago.
And also talking about happy birthdays. Happy birthday going out to Mrs. Hutchinson. That's Country Judith's mom, big up yourself. Happy. I've seen all the pictures. Looking good. Happy birthday, good night to mommy. Oh, you mean?
Now over my head and bread on my table and bread on my table with love.
Just looking for that vinyl, the vinyl that I did put it somewhere down safe, but I think I've moved it again. Happy birthday record, of course, happy birthday again. Shout out to Father Roaster and also saw DJ Sensi yesterday. Big up yourself. Shout out to all the other DJs on the other platforms as well. Big up yourselves. Yeah, man, keep those keep it going. It's hard work, but keep going. You're amongst many thousands, millions of DJs, 7 days a week, different platforms around the world. We're just happy to be one of those on one of these platforms right now. Phantom Mojo, man, I tell you for a fact, Phantom Mojo sang some songs that sometimes, because there's so much songs around, we listen to one and we go to the next one, and so forth. It's only when somebody passes away how we tend to articulate ourselves to one small package of the individual's lifestyle and forget about everybody else. Because someone's passed away and we start to go down the memory lane and thinking about this brother, how this brother behaved in the circuit of reggae. Started off as a cleaner and also cleaning windows in Kingston. Got the chance to go into a studio after somebody heard him singing some songs while he was there cleaning windows, they say. And done pretty well in his span as a reggae artist. Let me just see if I can find you something that I found. I did save it. All right. So much things on my platform, so much conversations about Jason Hard Day on my platform. A lot of unhappy people out there, my people. Yo, I tell you for a fact, my phone says, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go straight to something that I feel was very important for the mass right now, my people. And I think it talks about the fact that they said, and I don't want to be somebody for telling for bad news, but in reality, this is how it comes. If I could play something else before Daddy come along, yeah. How many artists did turn out for Phantom Mojo's funeral the other day, yesterday? How many people turned out for that? There are a lot of things going around. In fact, that a lot of reggae artists didn't turn around for this man, didn't present themselves to this man's wake wherever. But yet still he had a wonderful night, but not a great turnout for his funeral. Just going to give you a bit of it right now here on this platform here right now. So, yeah, man, we'll just give you a little bit of what was said amongst that and let you know what's really going on right now. All right, so let's see what we can do right now. Let's see what we can give you right now.
For some strange reason, many of them did not turn up.
Let's start it again, shall we?
Many of the persons who were expected to attend Phantom Mojo funeral, for some strange reason, many of them did not turn up. In fact, not a lot of people chose to turn up for the funeral service for the iconic Phantom Mojo, one of the most gifted artists that reggae and dancehall has ever produced. And he was sent off like an ordinary person. There was no fanfare, no grand celebration of his life, just a muted, regular funeral service. I am going to show you some parts of it and show you how the people them neglect the great Phantom.
Well, give thanks for the gathering. I love myself, and I love the fans them who support Fantan Mojah, and who support the reggae music and the dancehall also. If you love yourself, give me a lion passer. No people can't put up them on because they don't love themselves. And when you wave them side to side like this, we have to bless it here. All who give that, sing with me. And let's say the most Niger, deliver me. And through my head full of head full of hey. Hold on. Make you ask me something for me, please. Could you stand for the Almighty? Stand for the Creator for me. I don't want nobody sit here. Stand up, stand up. Let's stand up. Let's stand up and praise the Almighty. Let's stand up and give me something like this. Give me something like this. May I look out there? May I look out there? Let's we have them side to side like this. And then you give thanks for life. Health and strength. Everybody in a certain place. Tell them for the most I deliver me through my troubles and trials that comfort me. The most I deliver me through my troubles.
None of us knows the minute or the hour when we name and go call up there. And Fantan Mojah passed away a young man in the prime of his life. One would think that the entire music fraternity would pour out to pay their last respects, but it never got so. Very few artists came. None of the giants never come. Some people who we expect. It's very sad. It's very sad. I don't know why we are like this. Why are we like this as a people that for a man like Fantan Mojah, star. Fantan is a star. Is it that he lived bad with music business people? Is it that him live bad with the artists them? If at that, uno come in at the comment section and come say it there for me. Cause Fantan Mojah funeral should not be a flop. It should not be. And even General B feel it that he couldn't contain himself. He had to come brawling, can't say it.
Together. We need a togetherness in the music business and fraternity. You know what I mean? So we need more love. Right now, currently, I'm Fantan Mojah from Mr. Pinchas, Mr. Twins of this, Mr. Pussy, and I'm saying I'm quite a few artists. But
you know, amongst all that, of course, 119 did state that in Europe, they did love Fantan Mojah. There was a particular show in Europe where Vice Cartel came on stage and performed. And then when Fantan Mojah came on afterwards, he took the whole show away from Vice Cartel. He was the man for that evening, and the fans in Europe love Fantan Mojah for the deliverance of his songs, his tracks, and the way he talks about various issues, a number of things that we know how Fantan moves already and how he talks.
I am wondering, General B, if it is a question of unity. Is it really unity? Is it that the music business people not unite? I don't think that's why they not turn up at the funeral. Sometimes people just don't care. But if Fanta was a man where you love and care for and cherish, he look like they never like him. He look like they never like him. Do you know? I'm going to say something now. I am going to say something. And a lot of you might find it strange. But do you know that if Fantan Moja's funeral was being held in Europe, you know he would have get a bigger funeral? He would. Trust me. Trust me when me tell you, say, he would have get a bigger funeral if Europe in it keep Germany or France or one of them places. The whole of the white people them would have pour out for him. But what has happened? Oh boy, it pain me heart still. Me not tell a lie. You not gonna ask me if me did that. We know that you not gonna ask me. You know, say me should have go. Me couldn't make it. Me couldn't make it. And what is interesting is that when the music business people in the church were asked to stand, this is what happened.
Give thanks, Hez Mikel. Thank you so much for attending this morning. For those of you who may have walked in just now, we thank you and we appreciate your presence. We give thanks for Minister Grange, who is always around. Mr. David Brown is representing her, but she is also making her way here. So I just want to acknowledge all of the musicians in this space. If you're a player of instrument, if you are a singer, producer, songwriter, engineer, event producer, please stand and honor your brother at this time. So I'm just asking the music industry represented here to just stand.
Wow, not many people
Thank
were
you for your
there.
presence. They
Not
will
many
remain
people was
standing
attending
and
that
the rest
funeral
of you enjoy
that day for Phantom Mojo.
Who no see it?
Yeah, man.
Little bit of people.
Little bit.
Little bit of people from the music industry who no can believe say Fantan Moja no get a funeral comparable to Bob Marley funeral. Bob Marley funeral is big, you know? Big. It look like we just now have a music. The music business people them just now have a culture of attending funerals. But it's not just the music business. What about his fans? Fans make Bob Marley funeral big, you know, it was the music business people. And when me say it should be comparable to Bob Marley's funeral, you know I'm exaggerating, right? I am exaggerating. But Bob Marley's funeral did pack because of fans, not necessarily music business people. So it look like Fantan Moja never have much fans. The whole of the fans them there in Europe, it look like. But it's sad in a man because the man give us some great songs and great stage performances, and then to just send him off like any ordinary little person. And me can't show him in a casket, yes, but he look the same in a casket. Same way he look, like how I know him. Yep. Same way he look. And the church service, I'm gonna give you a little of what took place.
District of Ethiopian Orthodox Church, buildings and neighbors of the Bobo Shanti Corda, and I see your biggest rapper Peppers. Members of the Mowgli family, including his father Lennox, sisters Nicola and Charlotte, and his brother Carlton. Fenton's children Fantasia, Owenique, Zaria, Anastasia, Jadi. Representatives of the
We have a small story for Phantom Moja. Could play for you, but we don't have enough time. We just have about just under 9 minutes to go before we end this show and also this broadcast as well. Might just say to all the people in tune who are here, thank you for joining me at the time after 12. We were having issues with other partners right now, so we were kind of the dilemma to come on, but we said let's do it for the YouTubers and for those around the world in tune as well. I know there's a lot of people around the world in tune, and we'll be in tune a little later on and throughout the day when they log on to the Godfather's Keep It Real Sunday show. Every Sunday we try to bring you something different and keep you happy, keep you informed of what's happening. Let me just end that one. Let me just end that conversation there. There's a demonstration taking place tomorrow in London for the Jason R Day tomorrow at the Trafalgar Square tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the evening. That's Monday the 17th. That's tomorrow. All right. So there's a few things going on for the brother. And like I said before, there's a lot more stuff on the internet. All our minds are all going in different directions, and based on what they said, he killed himself, etc. Well, all right. Okay. So we're going to leave it on that note. But every Sunday we give you something totally different. And don't forget tonight, if you're going out tonight, of course, 1663 tonight, Edgington, Ezogwa Road, of course. You have tonight, of course, Raga Lee from Telford. I'm sure I'm going to make a note and ring him later on. And also McAtee and JT in the house as well from Birmingham. I've never heard those brothers before, but I've heard of Raga himself, Raga Lee from Leeds, a very good DJ. And he's back in form again next week as well. We'll give you more details about who's on next week. I've already got the fly for that one as well. Of course, from out of Derby, DJ Edgy back in the house again. So something to look forward to as well. And also the brother who's a great dancer with his partner. You'll see him and her in front of the camera every time, dancing away like they do. And he'll be performing next week, Sunday, on Vinyl Sunday. So don't forget on the 6th of next month, of course, yeah, man, Motorhead will be there from Saxon Studio. I mean, Tyrone Melody also as well. And also the birthday parties also, Trevor Ranks's 4 decades of music industry, and also a birthday party for another young lady as well on that particular day. All right, so nothing. I think is it Bank Holiday weekend? We'll give more details on the Bank Holiday weekend next week. But big up Valentino, Buzz, and also First Lady Miss P, Lady P. Big up yourself. All the guys and dolls working around. Of course, 163, and also shout out to Chris and the bar staff as well. And not forget security. Yeah, man, not forget security. All right. So I'm going to sort of log off at 2 o'clock. Leave you with, of course, DJ Babes. She'll be with you playing some wonderful songs that she does all the time. And all the other DJs on the Sunday platform, big up yourself. I'm sure you'll get, of course, Big Back Captain on the other side at 2 o'clock till 5 till 7:30, of course, Valentino. And also from that time, I think it's Redskin Levi this week, all right? So that's something to look forward to a little later on here on skylineradio.org.uk. On this platform, there are other DJs on it as well. Great gospel brother as well, a little later on tonight, so something to look out for. And also shouting out to DJ Crystal. I'll get you more details about the presenters on this platform here on SA Play as we go along. But in the meantime, between time, let me play this song here. For those who going out to the country, whichever part of the country you may be going, many places are catching a fire. Fire. You know the tune called Fire, 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 burning in my soul. Well, we got a couple of cuts of those to come to you as well, but wow. Southern Caulfield, eh? Hey, that was bad. That was bad. For the UK, it just shows how the power of fire can create more fire when it gets hot. What role did they play in the conferences they had for... they used to have conferences for the weather. And I don't think anything was done. Nothing was done. So all these politicians going into one place to talk about climate change and all these things, nothing happened. And every country now have to look after their own backyard, trying to find some easier way, because I don't think this is going to be the last time we're going to see these kind of situations where fires breaking out left, right, and center. We wonder if some of them were deliberately, or was it a buckle in the field where the sun shines so bright that it just magnified it into a flame? You know what happens when you just put glass down and it just kind of just starts smoldering and the light make it kind of, yeah. And you see a little smoke and then that's how it starts sometimes, but who knows how it started. But condolences going out to the people that lost their homes. Some big houses gone and people on holiday and other things happening. But there's one place we like to be, and I know for a fact that ain't happening where we are, where we go in the Caribbean. I'm sure that the Caribbeans do look after their backyard and their country and everything else. So let's play this one from the sounds of Mighty Diamonds. Yeah, man. Just to finish off the show in fine style this afternoon. And big up all those on the YouTube. Yeah, enough respect.
Going back.
Hey.
Going back. I'm going back to country living, where the air is fresh and clean.
And if you notice as well, the hotter the country is having, or the heat waves around the world, how a number of earthquakes are happening in different parts of the world right now. There's got to be a connection between the both as well right now. Look at that and look at the information, see what more you can find. Yeah, man, I tell you.
I say goodbye to Kingston City. City life is not for me. Going where the star shines brightly, and the sound of nature's voice goes into sea. Going back, 'cause there's room enough for both of us. Time enough to tell all the things you wanna do. Country life, oh, with you, yeah, with you, yeah, yeah. Going back, I'm going back to country living. That's where I was meant to be. Gonna take life nice and easy. Country town is my old hometown.
Okay. Coming to the end of the show, let's say shout out to those inside this afternoon with the Godfather live in the music room as well. Shout out to SA Play. Big up yourself, all the listeners. Big up yourself, all the DJs as well. Shout also going out to all the Skyline presenters as well. Big up yourself this afternoon. Sorry I lost it this morning. It wasn't sounding properly this morning, so we thought we'd just give it a rest until next week. And also shout out to all those on YouTube, and as well, don't forget Valentino, Vinyl Sunday, representing, of course, this platform. Not forgetting as well, Jaro, as well. Condolences going out to the Jaro family and all the families of Wolverhampton in terms of the loss of course, Neil Phillips. And also get to Downbeat. Big up yourself, guys. I mean, manners and respect.
Country town is my old hometown. Gonna live as I please. Going back, yeah, going back. 'Cause there's room enough for both of us. Time